So good day, everyone. Today we will go through a brief session how we can maximize asset performance using IBM Maxim application suite. So I am Neeraj Gupta and I am Asset Management Solution Advisor with IBM Singapore. So I will spend next 15 to 20 minutes with you explaining how we help manage asset performance for our clients using IBM Maxim application suite. So please feel free to post any questions in the chat if you feel asking, and I'll try to respond it towards the end of the session. So the daily challenges, we hear from our clients when we talk to them. These are very common that comes across the industry. That they say that they have mature processes and have been using certain tools and softwares already, but still they see that a lot can be improved. And 30% of maintenance activities, they feel is carried out too frequently, but they don't know what to do. Similarly, when they try to cut the cost, they see that how do we do it? One is that challenge, and then they also realize that we can optimize our preventive maintenance if we have some right strategy or tools in place to cut down the cost up to 70%. And also they collect a lot of data, but they don't know what to do with that data. So there are so many challenges that clients, in all the industries are struggling with. So when we look at slightly deeper, right, these are the challenges typically we see in asset management, and the real challenge is balancing the cost and how to minimize the budget, right, for maintenance and improve still, not compromising on the risk or the performance of the asset. So when we try to cut down the cost, what we see that maybe the unplanned downtime increases, and also sometimes we are at the verge of like increasing the risk, right, or other safety issues dealing with those assets. And if we try to spend more with increased budget, then on the other side we have a fear that maybe we are doing over maintenance of our equipments, or sometimes holding more inventory than what is needed to maintain the uptime of the assets. And sometimes we keep a lot of redundant or spare items or extra assets just to minimize the downtime, but that increases the overall cost to manage our assets. So it's a very fine balance that we have to achieve, and it has been a struggle for decades. So how do we handle this now? So this is where IBM Maximo application suite, it brings remote asset monitoring with maintenance and reliability applications all in a single platform. So when I say single platform, means you are just using one application, and then you can manage most of your challenges with asset management. So it's a completely integrated solution, very flexible in terms of deployment, which modules or which applications you want to start with, and slowly you can, in a phased manner, deploy more as you gain maturity or organization is adapting to the changes. And moreover, from a infrastructure perspective, you can deploy it on any cloud of your choice. So it's not necessary or mandatory to use it on IBM Cloud. And now as we see more adoption of cloud, and many customers, they have already invested in one or the other technology, like say AWS or Google Cloud or any other. So we are agnostic in that sense, and you can actually deploy it on any cloud. So as we know that maintenance strategies, they differ, based on type of asset, and also there are other parameters which impacts or which allows us to choose the right strategy in terms of the criticality of asset, right? What is the cost of asset or the replacement required, the replacement cost required for that asset, right? There are so many factors that help us derive the right strategy. Sometimes we just use a reactive maintenance strategy, means whenever there is a problem reported for that asset, we go and fix it. And sometimes we allow it to just run to failure. If the asset cost is low, the criticality is low, the impact of its failure is not much, then we go with that. And then there are preventive maintenance strategies like calendar based or usage based. And what we have seen that still today, a lot of clients are using or adhering to the preventive maintenance strategy, be it calendar based or usage based. And a few have, of course, moved to condition based. But there are I mean, there are more improvement areas, and then we can move towards more financially optimized maintenance. So maintenance typically has been seen as a expense in an organization, that we are spending money on managing these assets. But if we follow the right strategies and then best in class policies, then we actually can generate more revenue by keeping our assets up, right? Increasing their availability. So that way, it should be looked at more as investment to help us grow our revenue and provide better services to the end customers, rather than looking at maintenance as an expense, right? So we need to derive what is the right strategy for us for different type of assets. So the way in IBM Maximo Asset Performance Management, we call APM, and which is part of the Maximo application suite. These are the few tools that we use. We call Maximo Monitor, Health, Predict, and Assist. Right. So these are the tools that we use to manage the asset performance overall, and these tools utilize quite advanced technology nowadays. Like we use our IoT platform to ingest sensor data from equipments. Then we used AI and machine learning to add analytics to that data. And then we also use our deep industry expertise in terms of developing certain models that we deliver along with the product. And all this actually works on top of your current EAM foundation. Like in Maximo, most of you might know, has been a market leader for over 4 decades, right? So we have a foundation EAM system, Maximo EAM, and then this APM or all these other tools runs on top of the core EAM. But if you are not using Maximo EAM, you can still use many of these tools with your existing EAM system. So I will go slightly deeper into each of them, what they do, and then we'll see how it works. So overall, Maximo application suite, the the model is, and our purpose is to take our customers on a journey from simply manage to predict. So manage is the current EAM, where we manage our maintenance processes through, say, work order, asset management, inventory management, etc. And now with this advancement in technology, we are doing remote monitoring using Maximo Monitor, right? So Maximo Monitor help us monitoring our assets remotely using sensor data, and then we can apply AI-driven models to detect anomalies based on the readings or the dashboard that we are monitoring. And I'll show you some more screens how it looks and how it works. And similarly, Maximo Health, to manage the health of our assets, wherein we assign a health score to each asset, and it helps us identifying the fast deteriorating assets so that we can take action and basically manage and bring them back to operation. And then Predict, of course, help us in predicting the failure of the asset, so we can avoid that failure and then again increase uptime overall. There are several other applications, but for today's session, we will not go into many of them, like visual inspection and safety assist. There are many, but mainly we'll focus on monitor, health, and predict for today's session. So talking about Maximo Monitor, right? So Maximo Monitor is enterprise scale monitoring, wherein what we have seen is that the customers, they are using different systems, and they have many different UIs used by different sections or departments within the organization. And sometimes the OEMs or the system providers, they also provide their own UI or a system where they can monitor that particular set of asset. But when we look holistically at enterprise level, we need something as a common dashboard which can aggregate data from different sources and then provide us an overall view or big picture what is happening with my asset. So imagine a situation where customer is having multiple operating facilities operating maybe in different countries or different continents of the world. So how do we bring it together? And that is where Maximo Monitor help us. So it provides us a common or a single dashboard, right, which can aggregate data from different sources and ultimately help us to identify problems before they actually occur and help us reduce the downtime, right? And it's quite a drag and drop kind of features where you can select which models you want to use, so no coding is required. You can configure your own dashboard or KPIs based on your role, and then you can actually take actions as well in terms of generating work orders automatically or analyzing the data more deeply. So let us see how it works, right? So there are 4 key processes in Monitor. First is connect, then prepare, visualize, and investigate. So when we say connect, means connecting the sensor data from different sources. So we have a lot of OT systems in place like SCADA, PLC, DCS systems, and we can ingest data from all these systems using some pre-built connectors or adapters. Then you can also get data from your EAM system, and all that data is analyzed together using the tools provided under Monitor, like the AI or anomaly detection, those kind of things, and then we can produce an output in terms of sending an alert or creating a work order to help manage that situation. Prepare allows us basically like which model we want to use, right, to pick that and configure that, like the alarm settings that we want to do. And it also helps, right, reducing the alarms coming from different systems to a single one place, so you can actually avoid, say, false positives. Visualization is again customizing your own dashboard, so users can do based on their own KPIs how they want to see that dashboard, and then they can also select different models as I mentioned before, and then monitor your KPIs more closely to manage the performance of the assets in terms of the overall effectiveness or availability. So you can define different type of the drivers that you use. And finally, the investigate means it also allows you to drill down from a system level to a component level or to asset level or deeper into a parameter level. So once we know that there is some anomaly detected in this particular asset, you can further drill down from the same screen to go to the root cause and identify what is the actual issue, and then take action from there. So that was brief about Monitor. And similarly, if we go for Maximo Health, then it allows us, so if you see the screenshot on the right, it allows us to see a overall health score. So in this case, if you look at this screen, the health score here shown is 22, which is poor. And then when you click on this health score, actually you can see what parameters are contributing to this health score, right? So it allows us to further drill down as well, that why the health of this particular asset is down and what can be done to improve the effectiveness or bring this asset back to normal operation. Right? So it helps us to basically move from preventive maintenance to more condition-based maintenance. So rather than doing maintenance on, say, the entire population of my asset, for example, say I have 1,000 assets, I carry out a preventive maintenance plan and do some maintenance every 3 months or 6 months across the entire asset population. Now with using, say, Maximo Health, out of those 1,000 assets, if I can show, or I know that these 20% or only 200 assets require more attention and 800 assets are already in a good health, I really don't need to spend my resources on those 80% of the assets. So I can focus my resources and energy to maintain those 20% to improve overall asset availability. So that's the key benefit here. And then to arrive at the health score, you can derive your own formulas, you can use that. So we provide capability to define different factors, right, or drivers, and then put them in a statistical formula and then assign an overall health score, right? Similar to if you take an example of our human health, right? So if we have various parameters for our health, like the blood pressure, diabetes or cholesterol levels, things like that, and based on the age of the person and other demographic data, we can say that okay, if your parameters are within this range, you are a healthy person. So similarly, we can assign a health score based on different parameters to our assets. So how it works is that there are several work queues that we provide out of the box, like show me all the assets which are low in health or based on a particular parameter, right? It also helps us to improve our data quality. So we know that OEMs provide a useful life estimate for each asset. So for example, my asset should work, say, for 15 years or 20 years or 30 years. Now, as the asset ages, right, with use utilization, the condition deteriorates, and we can also look for replacement plans, as the condition deteriorates, or we monitor those, falling performance of those assets. So we can have different queries pre-built in work queues, and then we can focus directly based on different criterias which assets to focus on. and we can investigate the problems, as I said before, drill down from the health score, which factors are contributing to this poor health or fair health. And then we can take action or plan for replacements if required, depending on the situation. Right? So this is maybe a closer look and in work queues. So if you say failure before PM, so which are the assets that has failed maybe before PM, then before the next preventive maintenance is due. So maybe we can have a look at it, and these work actually hand in hand with predict as well. So I'll talk about predict in a short while. Then if you see missing replacement cost, so if we don't have say replacement cost in the system, we can see that okay, which are the assets that are missing this data. So if possible, I can enrich the data so that I can better predict or better monitor the health and do a better job with my replacement planning. Right. Similarly, age exceeds the typical life. Assets which have already exceeded maybe their useful life, so I should start preparing for their replacement in terms of capex budget allocation and other things. Right. So all those things we can do in terms of monitoring the health or monitoring overall asset health. Yeah. Then you can investigate problems. So drilling down what is the risk involved, right? And age of the asset, next failure. This is coming from predict actually, and you can see different trends, how it has been doing over a period to help us investigate our problems. And then you can take action in terms of creating an inspection or a work order or say a replacement plan to manage that asset. Now coming to predict. So predict, as the name suggests, actually helps in reducing the failures, because we can avoid failures if we know in advance that this asset is going to fail, say next 2 weeks or next 4 weeks, right? And it helps us to basically extend the asset life, because random failures also deteriorate the overall asset life, right? So the application comes with some pre-built models. So there are 5 pre-built models that we provide with Maximo Predict, and I'll talk about those models as well, what those models are. And these models, they use basically Watson machine learning and some AI capabilities. And then you can also develop your own models or customize the models that we provide to basically suit your asset condition or your organization's requirement. And so it helps us predict failure and then reduce those failures. So again, the way predict process works, that we define asset group, because there might be different prediction models required for different type of assets, and then we develop or train those models. So training model means it improves the confidence level and the accuracy of that model's prediction. And as we utilize or use that model, we can further fine tune, or it can automatically train itself as well. Then we register those models, and then we see the result or the scores provided those models, or the output basically provided by the models. So these are the, I'll go one by one through those 5 models that we provide. So in Maximo Predict, one of the models talks about the probability of failure, right? So it predicts that this particular asset, right, have a chance of failure, in next 2 months or 6 months, right? So it tells what is the probability of failure of this asset, right? And we require, of course, some data in order to predict this, and what we need is the time-stamped IoT sensor data, means the real-time data or the history of that data, and then the model analyzes the data and comes out with the prediction, right? So what typically this model helps us with is that what are the assets that have the probability to fail in next so many days. So we can configure it based on the planning or the preparation time required to fix any issue. So we can look ahead, say 3 months or 6 months down the line, and then predict those failures based on that, right? Then the other model is, factors that contribute to the failure. So this is more to do with the root cause analysis, that what are the factors contributing to my failure. Then there is also a predicted failure date, means you can exactly predict the date, of course, with some accuracy, like plus minus 10 days or plus minus 2 days, like that. And then again, we know that this asset is going to fail, so immediate action is required in order to avoid a failure. And then there is an anomaly detection as well, that also helps us, right? Some defect or anomaly in the behavior of the asset means suddenly there is a change, or a major change in the operating parameter, which is not under normal circumstances, it's not possible. So something is wrong with that asset or something else, right? So you help detect those anomalies in terms of data coming from the sensors in real time, so you can detect this. And then there is asset life curves. It helps us in replacement planning, that what is the probability of failure, right, if the asset is so many years old. So as the asset ages, the deterioration increases, basically that the condition deteriorates, so you can come up with a failure curve. So it helps us in replacement planning of those assets, right? So these were the 5 models, and I think we are running out of time here. So overall, this is a journey. So you start with manage, means the base EAM first, and then you start utilizing, say, monitor to come up with that common dashboard, monitor the KPIs, scoring the asset health using Maximo Health, and finally to be able to predict and better manage our assets. So overall, this solution helps us to improve the asset performance at enterprise level, and the solution is quite flexible and configurable and can be deployed on any platform. So I think that's it that I wanted to talk about today, and let me have a look at questions now. Thank you.